Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, if you remember by now, Chilufya Tayali was convicted of a case of assault against a police officer, and he was fined and not jailed. So he was fined 20,000 kwacha, and Edgar Lungu paid that 20,000 kwacha. So since then, Chilufya Tayali has been issuing various statements. So he says, and then he captions a video attached to the screen, the one where you see the president Hakainde Hichilema on screen. That's a video in which he was referring to district commissioners, and then he says, okay, Hakainde Hichilema Nombana Naika, meaning the president has now settled down. He is the president, and removing him out of office in 2026, Kaya, implications, the prospect of the president being removed out of office in 2026. He goes further to say, I would have spoken more on this particular video at 20 hours, but I cannot because one side, UPND are squeezing me. Someone is determined to take me to jail. He opens brackets and closes it to say, on one side, the UPND are squeezing him, and someone within the party is determined to have him jailed. On the other side, I need the sympathy of the opposition, especially from my father, Edgar Chagwa, he says. So it simply means he's between two sides. He wants to be with the UPND, but someone within the UPND is determined to see him go to jail, he says. And then he needs Edgar Lungu's support also. So he's not decided from the look of things. Some people are upset that Edgar Chagwa came to my aid. But honestly, how could you? Did you want him meaning Edgar Chagwa, to neglect me? He asks. This is in reference to the 20,000 kwacha he gave Chilufya Tayali for him to pay the fine that the court had given him. To neglect me, honestly, I felt bad, and I still feel bad. I never assaulted that police officer, he says. Yet I was convicted, but you are still pushing to send me to jail. You people are not good. But Lesom win, and then he attaches that video. So simply saying he would want to work with the UPND, but someone within the camp is determined to have him jailed. And then again, he cannot neglect Edgar Chagwa because Edgar Lungu always comes through to help him out, in as much as in recent past he has been issuing statements against him. So that's the dilemma he's in. So we would like to comment on various political issues, but the number of cases that he has in court are just so overwhelming, and he's compelled to just issue statements on social issues. But you can see him itching to make political statements. But he knows right now the opposition have sidelined him because of the recent remarks that he's been making. And then the UPND do not want anything to do with him. He's tried his best to become friends with them, but doing a lot of damage to the Edgar Lungu camp. But they're not willing to work for him because of the damage that he had already done in 2021 in the build-up to the elections. So they do not want anything to do with Chilufya Tayali. In other news, Bowman Lusambo fires his lawyer during a court hearing. So former Lusaka minister Bowman Lusambo has fired one of his lawyers representing him in the case in the Lusaka Magistrate Court, in the matter in which he's facing 2 counts of possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime. This is after the court denied the application for him for an adjournment, as his preferred lawyers, Makebi Zulu and Botha, were not present before court yesterday. In this matter, Lusambo is charged with 2 counts of possession of property reasonably suspected to be and the matter came up for continuation for this applied for an adjournment, the other lawyer was not present. So he decided to fire his lawyer in that regard, to say they're not representing him well. So that's Bowman Lusambo. Someone captured him during the shopping incident. Further on, the Anti-Corruption Commission also updated the public about the same case. So they say, court update. This is Boma Lusambo. So the matter in which former Lusaka Province Minister Boma Lusambo has been charged with the offense of possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime came up today in the court for continuation. The trial is with the Honorable Judge Chiguri, Resident Magistrate Court. So it has been adjourned. The course still continues. Boma Lusambo does not only have one court case; he has a number of them. So that's an update with regard to Boma Lusambo. But the Kwacha has appreciated the past 2 days. So this is the UPND post. So immediately the Kwacha depreciates, they increase the prices. But when the Kwacha appreciates, they don't reduce at it is an odd stock. So simply referring to price of things. The increase is immediate, but the reduction takes time. So because it has reduced from it was 27, almost getting to 28. Right now it's at 24. So this is what the conversation is. And then the vice president was also joining in. I'm telling Alumango, she says, increasing to reduce dollar things. I'm ready for you, Costa Mwana, this Sunday. So she seems to be eager to have a conversation with Costa Mwansa. And if Costa prepares for this particular interview, it's going to be very interesting because she's been referring to this interview to say, bring on your best shots. If you remember, even Putin he had an interview with an American journalist that went to Russia, and he was like, no, the journalist was not competent enough. I was ready for tough questions, and I would not ask tough questions. I hope this won't be the case with Costa Mwansa, because she seems eager for this particular conversation and looking forward to it, because she's been referring to it ever since it was announced to say she's going to have a conversation with Costa. She's been saying, I'm ready. But if he prepares also, it's going to be a very interesting conversation. She further says, we did not promise anyone that Waisa Fifin Fikawama, that's the vice president, saying our promises are gradual. We've been given a 5-year mandate, so give us the time for us to deliver on that. It hasn't yet been 5 years. So she's ready for a fight, in short. She's ready. I'm ready. And then also within the same headline, I'm ready for UKA. That's the United Kwacha Alliance for Edgar Lungu and the other opposition members. We will meet background Haka in the Ichilema. So the president is simply saying, bring it on. We're ready for the political conversation. But as we got to the same Kwacha, it's because the Bank of Zambia offloaded 50 million US dollars on the market to revive the Kwacha, which had depreciated. So Savoy Imboy, the president for the National Development, NDC, the party that Shimba Kambuyo was heading before he went back to PF, Savoy says, I have seen my good friend, Honorable Overseen Kando. This is the Minister of Sports, and the UPND press singer celebrating the dollar, and celebrating the dollar has dropped, making it look as if Bali or the government did something to drop it. Well, the newspaper caption below is the reason the Kwacha is at 24 today. But will the government be releasing 50 million US dollars every week to stabilize or bring down the Kwacha? We play too much in this country. Can the government promote and enhance agriculture let Zambians benefit from the minerals and start processing of and industrialization. In short, we cannot just be, I mean, we can just be a productive as a country and be a consuming country. Everything is and then expect a miracle with the exchange rate. We need to see the real substance measures to bring down the dollar, because next week, if they do not put in some more dollars, the kwacha will be on its way up again. So she simply says it's not sustainable for government to always demand the Bank of Zambia to release money to stabilize the kwacha. I mean, release dollars that they have in reserve on the market. Country needs to be productive so that we can earn foreign direct investment or foreign income, not just being a consuming nation. She further on says, this is our boiler. The thieves can be using this as this artificial fall of the kwacha to buy more dollars for themselves. And next week, next week the kwacha will be back up, but the praise singers are dancing. You dance too fast. So she simply says it's not sustainable. What is the president? This is was posted on the Patriotic Front page. So the PF says the president Hakainde Hichilema has taken his 68th international flight in 2 years. So they say he's back in the air. What is Bishop Mpundu also has been in the news. He's been doing. He did a podcast with Emmanuel Wamamba, the former ambassador to Ethiopia and South Africa. The PF, I think, chief spokesperson at the moment, the PF that belongs to Edgar Lungu. Sompundu says HH, meaning Hakainde Hichilema, is a one-man dictator, terrestrial. So this was reported in the news diggers. So Emeritus Archbishop Terrestrial Mpundu says President Hakainde Hichilema is a one-man dictator who does not listen to anyone. And Archbishop Mpundu says he will start a campaign against President Hakainde Hichilema so that he does not rule for more than one term. So seems like he started another fight. He's one of the key people that did a campaign against Edgar Lungu in the build-up to 2021 elections. He seems now against the incumbent president Hakainde Hichilema. We wait and see how that plays out. And then further on in this particular newspaper, he says this man should not be allowed to go more than one term. Mpundu, the same bishop. And President Hakainde Hichilema says, you want to come back and pee in the well? Simply saying, what does the United Kwacha Alliance of Edgar Lungu want to come back? They're the ones who spoiled things. That's the president saying. No, we will not allow foolishness. Any alliance. No, we are not foolish, he says. But in the details there, we will not allow foolishness. So no, we are not foolish, meaning any alliance, we are ready for you. That's the president further on in the same caption. What is the same trip that the PF was reporting on? The president also posted about it. So he says, safely arrived in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, for the 37th ordinary session for the African Union heads of state and government. Grateful for your prayers. So the president is in Ethiopia at the moment. And then, if you remember the video that Tayali had attached earlier on when he was talking about the money that Edgar Lungu paid for him not to go to jail, this is the video that the PF have also posted with this caption. So they say, abolish the office of the district commissioner. President Hakainde Hichilema in opposition castigated government for politicizing the office of the district commissioner and appointing party cadres to the office. He called for the abolishment of the office of the district commissioner as it was a necessary drain of the public resources, especially in the light of the decentralization policy that promotes local government through the office of the mayor. But this was another of his broken promises, they say. He did not only allow the office to exist as certified staffed it with 116 district commissioners with UPND cadres. So in this video, the president was simply saying district commissioners are not supposed to be issuing those statements to say, no, we are civil servants and stuff like that. They are UPND deployees, he says in that particular video. So after all, they come from within the party. So that's the conversation in the nation at the moment. And other headlines, we have come a long way, Akainde Ichilema, and then they caption a picture where he had prayers with various clergymen earlier on this week before he left for Ethiopia. And then obviously the same headline of the vice president. That's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Visit my YouTube channel. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, you click on the notifications to get the notifications of every video that I upload. I try to upload every week, sometimes every day of the week, but definitely each week you expect a video. So make sure you click on the subscribe, like this video, and there's much more on the playlist. So visit the channel and see you around.